Hello and welcome to Rob's workshop. I've got a few videos that I've made over the years and lived in 3 different places with different garages. This is the biggest garage I got, and so hey, new project in here for the winter. Probably work on it until December or whatever, because it really doesn't need a whole lot. So, anyways, this is a very inexpensive boat that I bought. Very. It's not new by any means. It is, I believe, the boat's from the late 70s, and the motor is about an 82 or 81. So, yeah, that's a few years old. 70 horsepower Merc. So what we're going to do in this project is divide this into 3 different things. There is a motor, a boat, and a trailer. And they all need a little something. So let's talk about the motor first. I don't know if it runs. Neither the fellow that I bought it from, he had just acquired it, and he only acquired it for the trailer. He didn't care about the boat and the motor, but apparently this was in the water not that long ago. So I'm optimistic that this motor should run. It's very, these 2-cycle motors are pretty simple. So it'll have this is the 3-cylinder Merc with, I haven't taken the cowling off yet, so I'm presuming I'm going to find 3 carbs in there as well. As long as I bet you if I clean the filters and check for spark, that sort of thing, this thing will probably run. Now, it's too cold outside right now to hook up the earmuffs on there and run water through it. I'm going to have to wait till spring to do that, but there's nothing to stop me now from at least firing up the motor just to make sure it actually runs. And then I'm going to go, yay, and I can do the rest of everything, the boat and all that. If I know I got a running motor, I mean, if the worst case scenario is that the impeller is wore out on the pump, you can replace that there easily. So the motor's not missing anything. This boat used to have a motor on it that actually had hydraulic tilt, or at least the controls are for hydraulic tilt. But this motor is totally a manual tilt. So, and the reason I know this is because this wire right here, I'm going to get out of here. And by the way, the wiring's a mess. That is the tilt control. That plugs into the pump, hydraulic pump, and it goes to the tilt control on the handle up there. So I would have had hydraulics. I am not caring about that. It's not that heavy a motor to lift up out of the water, and you only really need to, once you set the trim on a boat like this, it's fine. So anyways, that's the motor. I'm gonna need things like a new gas lines for it right here. I might even invest in a new tank. That's a pretty old tank. So we'll see. It's full of gas, and the gas does not smell like it's stale. So I don't know what to say. But anyways, we'll be replacing a few things, and hopefully the motor doesn't need a whole lot of stuff. So it's kind of a little unusual that the steering is hooked up like this on a Mercury motor. Usually it passes through the hinge point and out the other side, but this one even has caps on it. So this has got to be the original steering for this motor. I don't know, maybe because it's just a very simple motor. Don't know. Anyways, if somebody knows about that and they want to comment on that's fine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to taking the cowling off. So that's the motor. The boat is a 14-foot, and the decal says TriStar, which would be the model of the boat. And then it says Vanguard on it. Vanguard boats, as far as I can figure, doing a little research, and my dad had one. Back in the early 80s, my dad actually had a Vanguard boat. And it was, they're made in Winnipeg, believe it or not. Crazy, eh? Anyways, somebody has got a different, here, I'm just going to show you right here, a different, I don't know if that's the original tag. That says Kildoran Canoe Company, and they're in Winnipeg. And, you know, that's a DOT or whatever it is, Department of Transport, official tag, right? So that says it's a Trident, is the model of the boat, and there's the serial number. So I don't know. I don't trust this tag. It's quite possible that somebody couldn't register this boat, and so they went and took a tag off of another old boat and pop riveted on there. I don't know. I'm thinking of drilling out them pop rivets and seeing what's underneath, because I can't find a hull number on this boat. And I think that possibly it's just prior to them doing that. Usually when you find a hull number, it's going to be on the back here somewheres. Is the kicker mount, by the way, nice kicker mount, eh? Kicker mount covering up. The stairs definitely aren't covering it up. So no hull number. And so I'm not, you know, it's a bit of a mystery. I don't care. It's a boat. It's a bow rider. They're a very good design, these hulls. And it's sturdy. Now, one of the nicest things that about this boat is that what you see here is exactly the way I got it. There is none of the mold spots on it. It's, you know, it's faded. It's a little bit dirty where the strap went over it. Could use a bath, but it's not like some of the other fiberglass things I've come across in my time, where they need more than just a bath. They need a good scrubbing to get rid of, and they need like a good cleaner to get rid of the mold spots that you see on fiberglass. I mean, especially trailers. This boat had a cover. It had a cover on it, and the cover was no good anymore. And the fella I bought it off of, it was gone. Like, he took it away. It was just garbage. So I'm kind of thinking this boat always kind of lived with a cover on it, and that's fine. I've ordered another cover because I don't want it to deteriorate any more than it is. And I just may, while it's in the garage here, give it a bit of a polish, right? You know, it wouldn't hurt. So you can see a little moisture in there. I just brought it in last night. There was a little bit of frost. So the other thing that is not really evident to any worrisome degree is the spider cracks. There is some here. You can see a few along here and a few over there, but that's kind of it, you know. So the fiberglass is actually, you know, in pretty good shape. There's a couple of chips, things like this. There's a chip. Very few things. This was the antenna for the stereo. It's going to go bye-bye. I don't believe in stereos in a boat. The windshield's perfect, glass. The seats have been reupholstered. They're okay. Carpet, not so okay. It's definitely seen better days. So, you know, one of the things to do here would be to pull the carpet up and recarpet it. Maybe even put another layer of plywood on the floor. I believe the floor is fiberglassed, and it's not that bad. It feels a little soft in places, so it's hard to trust it that it's 100%. So maybe the easiest way to deal with this interior in here is to take it apart and put some new, like a 1/2 inch plywood down, glue it down really good, and recarpet it so that you got a fresh start here. So that's the boat. Oh, and the wiring. The wiring, if you crawl under that dashboard there, the wiring is just a total rat's nest under there. And look where the horn is. Here, I'm going to go around to the other side here to show you here. I should actually climb up into the boat, hey? Because I can do that. Okay. Anyway, let's see if we can get a look at here. You can see the horn right there. That's not good. And yeah, the dashboard needs a little help. I'm going to move some of these switches. These ones might be okay, but I'll replace that horn button. I mean, they got so many nice switches and stuff. Does the speedometer work? I don't know. Does the RPM work? Don't know. Seems to be stuck on a certain level there. So that's a mystery. And here's the, I was talking about the up-down for the motor there. There it is there. It looks like there was a safety switch right here. So I'll have to figure that out. And the key isn't really, there's a key, but not really in place there. So I'll have to figure that one out as well. You could take the control apart and fix it, I'm sure. The throttle and everything works. You know, I was able to put it in neutral and in reverse and whatnot. So that's good. So that's the boat. She's about. There's a soft spot here. Sorry. Now, trailer. Oh, trailer. It's a nice trailer. It's definitely a factory trailer, just the way it's put together and whatnot. Everything is clamped. It is a tilt trailer. It's wider than the boat, which is really cool, with steps. Like the fenders you can step up on. It has, unfortunately, it has 14-inch car tires on it, and it's 4-bolt. That's a 4-bolt hub. That's unfortunate because most 14-inch trailer tires that you can get on rims and whatnot, if you wanted to get new rims, they're all 5-bolt now. 5 on 4.5, I believe. That's very common. So I may be doing something about those hubs. I have some other hubs. I've got some 5-bolt hubs. I wonder if they'll fit. The winch is also seen some better days, and old rotten rope is never good. This has got the safety chain. That's nice. And the trailer also tilts. You can see that there's a tilt release there, and the tongue goes in and there's a hinge point. So it's a tilt trailer. I'm not sure if you even need that, but it's there. The wiring, I just love the way people wire things, eh? Tape, 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 tape. Believe it or not, when I plugged that into the truck to bring the boat home, the lights worked. Wow. So not all of them. And then they flickered on and off because the ground is bad. You know, because in this system here, this starts to rust. It's no good. The rest of the trailer, well, it needs a new safety chain, of course. I may buy a new winch for it because it's pretty rusty. It still worked, but it's rusty. And I like a strap winch, and they're pretty reasonable. Things like that is loose. But I just hooked up to this trailer when I bought the boat in Hannah. It's I don't know, it's like about 78, 80 kilometers away, we'll say. Okay, and I came all the way home with it. I didn't do anything. I didn't put air in the tires. All I did was hook it up and go. and 100 kilometers an hour down the highway. Everything just worked perfectly. Boat bounces a little bit on the trailer, but hey, that's the way they go. So what it needs to be is it needs to be snugged up to the front, I think, better. So yeah, anyways, that's the video on this. Oh, and the other thing about the trailer, one more thing, I can't find a VIN number anywhere on it. I don't know whose plate that is on there. So it's going to be a little bit of an investigation. I'd like to repaint the trailer because, as you can see, there's rust here and there. It'll look nice if I repainted it. Thinking gray or whatever. Anyways, maybe I can find the VIN number as I'm cleaning it up. Okay, that's it for the video.